The word of God says, whoever you yield your member to, you become a slave to it. So it's saying that if you yield your members to God, then you become the servant of God. If you yield your members to sin, then you become the servant of sin. And I want to warn people when it comes to music and the type of music that you guys listen to. You know, when you go to Ezekiel 28, the Bible spoke about how God made the devil. And it was made, his covering was all these precious stones. It was made with all these pipes, tabrets for music. The devil literally carried worship in him. He was the definition of what it means to worship God. He was the anointed cherub to reflect the glory of God. And a lot of people don't understand that music is very spiritual. And I want you guys to understand how music is spiritual. I'm a writer, you know, so I've written a book. So when it comes to music, the music conveys many things, even as writing conveys many things. The music or the person who, or the artist, I use the word artist because you call them artists. The music convey all of their emotions, their sufferings, their victories, everything. The music convey, and that's what make artists differentiated, right? No, a lot of people don't understand this, but the whole idea of sound waves and rhythms and all of these things are spiritual. And whoever you yield yourself to, whatsoever music you yield yourself to, you are going to become a slave to that type of music. I remember growing up, you know, I used to like the 90s and 80s music, you know, the old Love and all of those things. These are music I used to listen to, you know, because, you know, that in that time, you know, if you listen to my testimony, I was not a good person. I'm leaving it at that. So I used to listen to this music to help me to communicate certain things to women, that is, when I was in the world and stuff like that, and when I was in sin. So, but I realized that music feed into your subconscious, and you don't realize, you know, but the music is programming a pattern in your subconscious. And this is why after years of forgetting certain songs, you're just there, and for some reason you start hear the beat in your mind. But music carries sound wave. This is why, you see, you guys have to understand, you know, even the science behind it, everything about music is spiritual. Now, sound travels so fast. I want you guys to understand that they have to use certain things to measure these things, because what? You can't see them, but you can hear it, right? It's the same thing with music. And that's why people have to be careful who they listen to. Somebody should be telling Christians that you should be listening to Beyoncé. I'm just going to be real with you guys. If somebody have to tell you that you should be listening to Beyoncé as a Christian, and something is wrong with you, because these people already declare that they are false gods. They worship false God. And all kind of spirit take them over. And music is carried by a spirit. There's a certain spirit that carries whatever music is being demonstrated, or whatever music is being conveyed. And people don't understand that the underlying foundation of music is completely spiritual. These things are spiritual things. This is why I don't listen to certain gospel artists, even though I am a Christian, because I realize that they are defiled. And if somebody who is defiled is offering up praises to God or singing to God with defilement, you know, the Bible talk about the Levites. The Levites who serve in the temple, they used to create songs, they compose songs, they used to worship God. Asaph was one of them. And we see how these men worship God, and through their poems and through their music and through their instruments and through the sound how they worship God. But when the Levites were defiled, God wasn't pleased with that. And so people have to be very careful when it comes to music. It's very spiritual. Music can literally trap you subconsciously, defile you. The things that you listen to. Listen, I'm from Jamaica. And the music in Jamaica is reggae and dance. I don't listen to any of those things because one, reggae is mostly associated with the false worship of Haile Selassie. And then dancehall is associated with all kind of sexual violence, sex and all kind of murderous things. That's what they're doing. That's what they sing about. Killing and all those murderous things and all these things. That's not the testimony I want. That's not the thing I want to listen to. So I'm encouraging you guys, as a Christian, people shouldn't be telling you don't listen to Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, all those people. Like, you should know that you're a believer. Look at even the rap artists in America. All they sing about is violence and bloodshed and killing. Like, is that what you want to be meditating upon? The Bible said meditate on the word of God. Don't defile yourself to this ungodly music. Meditate on the things of God. Shalom.